I recently went to dinner with a friend of mine who earns well into the six figures. And we were in a really nice restaurant. It was an Italian restaurant, eating some pasta, and it was a great time. And I don't normally speak to my friends about money, but on this occasion, the conversation just led there. And then whilst we were talking, I said, "Do you think you're wealthy?" And they said to me, "Yeah, of course, I earn a lot." And I kind of laughed and was like, that's like saying you're healthy because you eat food. Just because you earn money, it doesn't mean that you're necessarily wealthy. And he looked a bit confused and was like, "What do you mean?" And I was like, well, a lot of professionals just spend a lot of their life trying to earn money, like time for money, but almost none develop how to grow it and how to multiply it. If you're a doctor like me, or maybe you work in finance or law or consulting, then you're probably good at earning money. In this video, I'm going to show you how, like I showed them, the 4 types of financial wealth. The same ones that have helped me go from like high income and low freedom to actually having options. Whether you've got 9 to 5 or you're starting from scratch, these principles actually work for everyone because they're built on leverage and not luck. If this is your first time here, you want to subscribe because I'm Dr. Nix and I break down financial principles and help doctors with alternative income streams outside of clinical medicine. The first type of wealth is the one that they were referring to, earned income, money that comes from your skills, your time, and your expertise. And don't get me wrong, this is the starting point for a lot of people, but it is where a lot of people get stuck. Now, you might be making 6 figures, but your income will stop if you stop working. So with this type of income, what you want to do is focus on the skills. To me, the wealth here is the skills that you are generating, the transferable skills that you can take to the market. If you're just focusing on the numbers, well, those numbers are going to stop if you stop working, but your skills will be with you forever. So if you are employed, you want to be paying attention to the skills that you are developing whilst you're there. I know of the story of this man who was working for he was an executive assistant to this really rich guy. He did a lot of work like as an intern, but he learned so much from that he was able to transfer his skills, and he's gone on to become a millionaire himself. Now, once you've built that income, once you are earning money from the skills, and you have realized that there is wealth in building skills and using your skills elsewhere, the next thing you want to do is convert that to ownership. So this is where you're building or you're buying assets that pay you. So the same way that you might have a Spotify or Netflix subscription and you pay them monthly, with assets or cash flowing assets, that it pays you monthly or quarterly or yearly or whatever the time frame may be. But the point is, you own the asset. So you are the one who's receiving the subscriptions. Does that make sense? Now, you can use the income from your 9 to 5 to build or buy those assets. But the point is, you're thinking more like an owner rather than a worker. Now, where I am in the UK, most people end up buying rental properties, but that's not the only way that you can build assets. You can use dividend stocks, digital products, intellectual property, or even a personal brand. And all of these things compound over time. Now, if you've got income, you can use that to build those. Now, if you're starting from scratch, you might want to start with a service because you don't have anything to begin with, but you do have yourself and you do have your time that you can exchange and use that as a service to then build your wealth. Now, if you're listening to this and you're thinking, I don't just want to watch this, I actually want to build, then that's exactly what we do inside the Clarity Accelerator, is where I work with doctors and professionals to build scalable offers, create real wealth systems, and go from just being high income to high freedom. Now, if this sounds like you, within the comment section, I will pin a form. You can just pop your email in there and someone will contact you about that. And I'll send you the details about the applications. All right, so let's keep going. The next type of wealth is equity. And equity just pretty much means ownership. So it's where you own a system that earns money, even if you don't. So you own the enterprise, right? So it's either a business that you own or you are creating, or you can do a joint venture with somebody else. But the point is, you're not employed, you own it, okay? So where you are owning a system. So say, for example, somebody else was, running a property company and you wanted equity in that company, so you wanted a chunk or a piece of that company. Maybe you could give them startup capital and they say, okay, well, you own 50% of this company, and they're then working on that company or in that company, or it could be your own company. The point is, it is ownership. And the last type is capital investments. This is the final form of wealth sort of compounding, and it's where your money works for you. So it's where your money is literally being put into index funds or ETFs or bonds. I'm not really going to go into the details of that because I have a video really breaking that down from scratch. I'm going to pin it somewhere. So those are the four types of wealth. One, the earned income, or the skills that you use to earn income. The second are assets that pay you. The third is equity. And then the fourth, which is more of a longer term thing, is wealth storage, which is capital investments. So you're probably wondering, how do I actually build all four? Well, there's two ways to think about it. One, are you earning money right now or are you not? If you're earning money right now, you want to extract more value from your skills, number one. You want to convert your surplus income into assets. And you can do that by building or buying equity in companies. And then you can also invest your money to allow your capital to compound. Now, this is not an exhaustive list. This is just for where you can begin. Now, if you don't have a job or you're looking for an alternative income with your job, what you want to do is sell a skill or service. Remember, the skills that you maybe learned from a job that you had previously. Then you want to build an asset around it, okay, whatever that service or skill is, and then you reinvest the profits, and then you end up owning something. So, for example, I know of somebody who had a job, lost their job, and then they started cleaning. They actually started cleaning offices, and then as they started cleaning offices, they recruited other people to join them cleaning offices, and then the more offices, they got more office contracts, and then they scaled and then reinvested their profits back into the business, and ended up scaling their cleaning business, where they no longer do the cleaning, but they now own a cleaning company. So they now own something that earns them money whilst they sleep. Truth here is that most people don't actually have a money problem, they have a structure problem. And so you could be earning six figures, but it never compounds because you don't own anything. So you just keep working. So my challenge to you right now is to stop asking, okay, how can I earn more money? And start asking, how can I own more? Because at some point you just realize that you might not necessarily need more money, but you do need more ownership. You might not necessarily even need a job, but what you do need is structure in order to use your skills to increase your income. And you might not even necessarily need a high income if you can invest your money well into different assets and capital investments that then generate income for you. So don't be like my friend. Use your skills, your money, and your intellect to build wealth, because income is temporary, wealth is longer term.